The last outlaw. Emphasis on last because Jeff Jarrett is the last thing you see before your favorite wrestling company dies.
Your wrestling YouTube, what up? Welcome to another edition of Wrestling with Watts. I'm your host, Watts. And today, I'm talking about AEW. I don't normally talk about AEW because even though I know a good amount about AEW, I'm still a casual. And I still watch every now and again. Like, I don't watch everything on the card. I try to catch every show, but I don't catch every show mainly because I work late, usually on Wednesdays. So by the time I'm getting home, I'm already like halfway through the show and I'm already kind of over it. But one thing that I did notice, and I've noticed for the last 2 weeks, is Jeff Jarrett. Why is Jeff Jarrett, geriatric Jeff Jarrett, on my TV screen in 2025? Seriously, I'm not even trying to be funny here. I'm not trying to be funny. I don't want to see Jeff Jarrett on my TV screen, a 57, 58-year-old Jeff Jarrett. And I'm not saying he can't go in a ring, but let's be for real. He's taking time away from somebody who could really benefit from being on TV or being seen on TV right now. I don't want to see that. What the hell is Jeff? And Chris Jericho's another one, but I'll let Chris Jericho live for today. I'll let Chris Jericho live for today. I'm talking about Jeff Jarrett, and it's like this is kind of becoming a trend of old heads just kind of going into business for themselves. And yeah, we got him facing or in a feud with MJF and stuff like that. But MJF, he should not be feuding with a Jeff Jarrett. This is not going to make MJF a good heel. Or I'm not saying he's a bad heel, but this is not going to get him back to where he was before, where he was the world champion and he was one of the most hated wrestlers in AEW. This ain't it. This is not it. What y'all think? Oh, beating up an old man is going to get crowd heat? No, not really. Not really. Like, not even in the slightest. Now, if he came out and he started disrespecting Brody Lee's wife or something like that, that would get him heat. That would get him the heat that we want from him in regard to going back to that old way that he was before the whole Adam Cole thing and before disappearing for X amount of time and stuff like that. The MJF that made everybody feel like he was one of the five pillars. This ain't it. This ain't it. And isn't Jeff Jarrett like a director of business development? This is bad business, B. This is bad business. And it's a trend. Every single time Jeff Jarrett has some sort of involvement with the writing or some involvement with the business side of any wrestling promotion he's in, he's always in some capacity trying to put himself in the picture. This is bad business, but Jeff Jarrett knows a thing or two about bad business clearly. This does nothing for MJF's career. This does nothing for AEW. This is a 57-year-old Nepo baby trying to get the same treatment as a Ric Flair when he only did not even 1/4 of what Ric Flair has done for the business. 1/4 of what John Cena has done for the business. The guys that's in his age range has done more for the wrestling business than him. We've seen it all before. We've seen it in TNA. He tried to bury Christopher Daniels. There's so many things wrong with what is going on right now that it's just like literally, bro, just get this man off of my screen. Farewell tours are reserved for legends. And when I say legends, I'm talking about legends who had influence in this sport of wrestling, this fine sport of wrestling that I have grown to love and appreciate on all angles. I should not be seeing Jeff Jarrett on my TV screen in 2025 in any capacity. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not the funniest guy, but if y'all laughing at this, I'm not saying it to be funny. I'm dead serious, for real. This man has only been able to be a world champion in companies that his dad had a hand in, or in Memphis. When it comes to the big leagues, when it comes to getting people to actually care, when we talking about putting asses in seats, when has Jeff Jarrett ever put asses in seats? Only time, to be honest, if I wasn't a wrestling connoisseur, I would only know Jeff Jarrett for hitting Beetlejuice in the back of the head with the guitar, because that's all over the internet. Anybody who don't know anything about wrestling, they all know who The Rock is. They all know who Hulk Hogan is, and I can't stand him, obviously. But everybody knows who Ric Flair is, John Cena, these guys. You could have never watched a wrestling match a day in your life, and you'll know who that is. Can't say the same thing about Jeff Jarrett, but for whatever reason, he feels like he's one of them guys. And it's funny. It's funny. It's nasty work, but this does nothing for MJF. This does nothing for AEW. And I'm going to keep on saying it because it's really true. Like, let's be for real. Like they said, he's like the graveyard for wrestling companies that's on their last legs. He's like hospice. That's what he is. Jeff Geriatric Hospice Jarrett. Yo, like, let's be honest. This man tried to bury Steve Austin after he seen his first check, and he ended up making more money and becoming an asset to $1 billion company and just basically eclipsing Jeff Jarrett in every way possible. That gotta be a blow to the ego. But I don't know. This is more of a rant that a lot of times AEW have this tendency of making people who are not that important. They try to make them feel important. And it's like, nah, he's not that guy, pal. Especially not him. And this is something that's keeping AEW from being great. And it's definitely something that has to stop, because what are we really doing here? But thank you for being here, and thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing, like, comment, and subscribe. Comment your thoughts below. I appreciate everybody that's here right now. Like I said, I'm here and we cooking. Thank you. I'm out. Peace.